Hi, greetings to all of you today and welcome. People with Alzheimer's and related diseases, caregivers, and those supporting people from the community at large. My name is Tom Sherwood. I am here to speak of my experience with this disease, that is, sharing my life with a man with early onset Alzheimer's, my domestic partner of the last 13 years, Jim Corrigan. Right here. Jim was diagnosed at the age of 53. Those who develop symptoms of this disease under 65 years old are known as early onset or young onset Alzheimer's. For this variety of reasons, it is vital to educate the community that people are developing this disease as early as their 30s and 40s. Jim was diagnosed in 2006. At that time, he was employed at UCSF as network administrator for the biochem department. His main responsibilities included setting up computers and networks and teaching faculty how to utilize the computer system. I had noticed some subtle changes in Jim's behavior, such as memory problems and difficulties finding the right words at the right times. It was, however, Jim's unwillingness to learn new computer programs at work that really got to my attention. It was so very unlike him. I tried to push him to study these new programs, but he would just say he was very busy and his assistant would take care of it. Well, then the ball dropped. Over a period of months, Jim was given a series of warnings about the quality of his work performance. Some of his colleagues thought he had grown bored with the job. Certainly no one suspected that this young and active man was suffering cognitive problems, much less Alzheimer's. It was not long before Jim's superiors decided to let him go. Jim had been in denial about his work being up to par for some time, but by now he was painfully aware that something was wrong. Still, the abruptness of his departure from the department was a real shock and a terrible disappointment. Jim has never been one to show his emotions easily, but the anger and frustration were palpable. I felt isolated and unable to help Jim to express his anger, to say nothing of my frustrations and fears of what we were going to face in the coming months and years. All I could think of was, at least we would be facing this together. We talked extensively with Jim's primary care physician. With his recommendation, we were referred to a neurologist who in short order confirmed the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. Both of Jim's doctors urged him to see a psychiatrist, something he would never have done on his own. He is now in therapy and has seemed to have benefited from it very much. Still, we felt very alone in our struggle, and somehow cut off from our friends, our family, and the world. But then we were apprised of the existence of the local Alzheimer's Association and its support groups. We joined an early stage group and have found attending it very, very helpful. It's a chance to share experience with others who understand. It has certainly helped Jim to deal with his denial and anger. He has now been able to accept his disease and is working to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and support those affected by this terrible disease. Jim is a member of the National 2009 Early Stage Advisory Group. As an early stage advisor, Jim would like to help drive funding for research and support services for those affected by this disease. He is particularly interested in raising awareness for the need for clinical trial participants, and he is currently participating in a clinical trial himself. One final note. Just a few years ago, HIV/AIDS was considered a death sentence. Now there are medications that allow AIDS patients to live normal lives. What we need now is a powerful drug that will do the same for people with Alzheimer's and related dementias. Seeing all of you here today supporting the cause makes me more hopeful that day will come soon. Thank you.